Hi everybody, I want to show you something that I have made. These are flowers. Can you tell what they're made out of? They're made out of dryer sheets. Dryer sheets. So, I want to show you how I've made them. Amy over at the Scrap Beach, and I'll include her link, did some lollipop flowers, and they were really cool. So I wanted to show you how I took that and made my own flowers. So first, I have picked my glimmer mist that I want to use. I'm using red velvet and vintage pink, and I use, you're probably going to laugh, I use a Cracker Barrel sack to glimmer mist. You may not be able to see this on camera, so I just stick them down in. I do maybe 2 at a time, and then I just glimmer mist them until I have the color that I want. I tried not to do too many, too bright, or too dark, because then I can have this layered look, and as if a flower, you know, having different levels of color. Now, because I can't use my heat gun on this, I'm going to lay these aside to dry. Now that my dryer sheets are dry, no, that sounds funny, I've layered 3 of them together, and I'm going to lay them on top of Sizzix Flower Sunflower number 3. And there is the first one. There is the first one. And I'm going to do several so that I have a good layer, and so you should be able to make at least 2 sets of flowers, if not a sunflower, and then the next Sizzix die. And by the way, these are Gain. So if you want some really good smelling dryer sheets. This actually has 3 cuts, but we're going to stitch them together. Now I'm going to use another die, which is the Sizzix Flower Layers number 3. And this time I'm going to pick some of the lighter shades, and that way I will have some of the lighter colors on the top, which will give it that detail, and it's just really quite pretty. Okay, it slipped, so let me get the back end line. Oops, there's the first one. There's the second one. Here's the third one. Now we have our flowers. So I'm going to layer them. And it doesn't really matter if they're exactly this alike as far as laying them down, because it just gives it more fluff and flares out. It just really makes it gorgeous. And you can make them as thick as you like, or like I said, as thin. So now I'm going to take my thread and my needle, and I'm going to go, let me get this little piece out. I'm going to go through and get my button. And I'm going to sew it back through. I also knotted it. Then I'm going to take just a piece of cardstock, and this is a 1 7/16 punch. Then I'm going to take my glossy accents, and I'm just going to put it generously all over the tab. Then I'm going to try to pick it up, and then just to reinforce the back, I just stick it on. And there's my flower. There's that flower, and here's this one. So I hope that you really like them, and this is one that I learned from Amy over at the Scrap Beach. So there are so many opportunities and so much fun in using different techniques and then applying them to recycling. I mean, this is just a great opportunity to use, reuse, create, recreate, recycle. It's just a wonderful opportunity, and you can take something so plain and so ordinary as a dryer sheet and turn it into something this gorgeous. I hope you enjoyed this today, and I encourage you to try it, and then please send me photos and your stories about how it worked. If you have any questions whatsoever, please let me know. These are just layered buttons that I added there, so I can't wait to see your projects, and you'll be seeing more of this very, very soon, I guarantee you. So have a great day, and I wish you a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful week. Thank you so much for joining me.